ringing up Graeme Kenna.
This is the voicemail of Graeme Kenna from the Legal Department for Adult Services in Bradford Council. Please leave a message and I will get back to you.
After you've finished your message, just hang up. Or to hear more options, please press 1.
Yes, hello Mr. Kenna, it's Mr. Hussain here, once again leaving yourself another daily message as I have been doing previously like a broken record ever since I believe the 10th of October. I left you daily messages. I think I've taken a sabbatical at the end of March where I was made homeless by yourselves through the council's collusion with the Housing Association and the courts and judges, and the perversion of justice that you committed then resulted in me becoming homeless. So I took a small sabbatical to find out what's to restabilize myself, and also as a consequence of you instructing, privately commissioning out, instructing the police force to extend bail conditions until the 8th of May, which have now resulted in the bail conditions of the singular bail condition of me not being able to see my brother directly or indirectly now being removed, so I can at least see my brother. And subsequently you've now informed me that my brother is at Sunnydale Care Home, and I know where he is, but I'm not going to go visit him at this moment in time because I'm for fear of my own health and safety reasons, because the police officer who I attended when I attended the police station were giving me thinly veiled threats that if I go see my brother there will be consequences. What those consequences are I'm not sure, but they've quite clearly made very threatening statements towards me, towards my own personal safety, which I obviously prioritize above anything else. So at this moment in time I'm taking a very reserved approach. I know where my brother is, number one. I know he must be alive because you would have otherwise informed me and I would have been made aware of his funeral arrangement. So he's in a care home, he's alive, and that's all I need to know, which is I've only recently been made aware of because of the bail conditions, that I did not need to know anything directly or indirectly. But Mr. Kenna, I'm not a stupid man. You and I, you've been involved in my family's case for some number of years now, and one thing you must take away is that I ain't stupid. And I'm not easily falling for your traps that you're looking to set up, and this is what you look to do in it. You look to dig holes to entrap me, and you end up falling flat on your own face. Were we not in exactly the same situation regarding my mother, where you had abducted her and driven me out of her life, and then were looking to make quote-unquote arrangements where I can go see her, not giving me unfettered access to my own mother, but then looking to set up arrangements so you could further snare me and entrap me. That's what it was all about. So when I didn't go see my mother through your arrangements, and then the judge was saying, oh, why did you not go see your mother? It was quite clear to me what you were trying to do then. You were trying to snare entrapments for me, and I was cautious not to be entrapped by yourself, which then resulted in my mother subsequently dying within a couple of months, being murdered by yourself. And once again we find ourselves in this very same situation where you're looking to entrap me, you're looking to snare me in one of your traps. You're now telling me where my brother is and setting conditions, all right, not giving me unfettered access to my brother. You've not managed to prove anything right now. All you've done is made false allegations against myself in order to abduct my brother, quote unquote, in his best interest, under safeguarding, quote unquote, all right, so you can just justify your villainy and tyranny and debauchery. You've made false allegations against myself and then taken my brother. What I need to know before I make any further steps, and what I've been asking from yourself, is a very simple question. And considering that you're the local authorities solicitor, quote unquote, you should be able to tell me under what legal framework have you abducted and my brother from my care and custody and absconded with him and removed him from without his consent, without my consent, and are holding him hostage in your care facility? That's a very simple question. What legal framework did you use? All right, because obviously you came down with a clear intention to abduct him because you were not succeeding in any other way, and therefore you had to privately commission out the police force to take my brother into your custody. All I'm asking for 3 simple questions that need to be addressed before any contact can be arranged. So I'm fully satisfied that you're not looking to entrap me. Number 1, I need to know what legal framework you've used and I have been holding my brother captive. Because as far as my understanding is, I am his next of kin. I'm his nearest relative. I have not consented to this, and I am fully aware, and you're fully aware of the fact that you, the local authority, in August, in September, October, November 2018, when you had last kidnapped my brother and forced him into your care facility, which is the Linfield Mount Hospital, you at least then were looking to have some legal framework in place and looking to depose me as the nearest relative. You subsequently withdrew that claim and relied upon myself and release my brother into my care. But now all of a sudden you're acting as though you have any legal authority over my brother, because I know for the fact that you don't. All right, you have no legal authority over my brother other than over his finances, and you and I are fully familiar with how you've achieved that through strategy and fraud and deception and corruption by getting the judges to prostitute themselves for services to your services. Yes, we understand how you've become his financial deputy or guardian, but you ain't guardian for his health and welfare as far as I'm concerned. You've not even made that application. So how have you managed to take my brother from my care and custody? I've been holding him for 9 months. What legal framework have you used? Because you sure ain't his guardian regarding health. You don't have lasting power of attorney for his health and welfare. You are not his health and welfare deputy. So how have you made decisions regarding his health and welfare? Is it under best practice or safeguarding or what? You can't just simply come and abduct somebody and make groundless false allegations that have not been proven as yet and are presently holding my brother hostage under what health and safety, safeguarding, best interest. What? These are just terminologies. What law have you used to take my brother and make decisions regarding his health and welfare, depriving him of his freedom and liberty as an organ of the state? Explain that to me. Number 1. Number 2, I need you to explain to me who his next of kin is and who his nearest relative is, legally speaking. Have you coerced my brother Adalat to act as your proxy again? Has he prostituted himself to you once again? Or have you managed to get your council tenant, my sister Shida, to prostitute herself once again for your agenda and narrative? Or is it my older sister Halda, whose own son has mental health problems, who's under your custody? Have you got her to prostitute?
You're approaching the maximum allowed time for recording a message. If you wish to record further, please choose the append option from the menu. If you've finished recording, just hang up. If you don't carry on recording or hang up, your message will be deleted. To listen to your message, press 1. To re-record your message, press 2. To continue recording your message, press 3. If you are, please record the rest of your message after the tone. When you've finished recording, press the hash key.
Yes, Mr. Kenna, the time is getting the better of me. I was on the subject of whom have you now got to prostitute themselves as family members in order to act as my brother's next of kin and nearest relative. Is it Shaida, Adalat, Halda, or have you once again recruited my nieces Shagufta to become your proxy agents so you can have leverage over the situation? I need to know who Talib's next of kin is. I need to know who Talib's nearest relative is, and I need to know what legal law that you've used to take my brother from my care, because as it presently stands, you've made false allegations and there'll be consequences. I've explained to you that it was £1 million a week, now it's £1 million a day, £7 million a week. That's you're being charged for your acts of villainy and tyranny, while you outwardly claim to be a city of culture, civilized.
Sorry, but you've reached the maximum time available for recording your message. To listen to your message, press 1. To re-record your message, press 2. If you are happy with your message, press 4. To specify message sent. Goodbye.
Lies and deception, lies and deception, lies and deception. That's all these people do, is tell lies and deception. No legal framework looking to snare entrapments for me. Idiots.